Alright, Aquarius, hello and welcome to your reading. So today we're looking at what your future spouse may be like. We are going to be looking at family, we're going to be looking at jobs, we're going to be looking at traits, good and bad, and we're also going to be looking at you in relationship to them, how it's all going to work out, what the dynamic is going to be like, so on and so forth. These readings have been super interesting so far, so I'm very excited to do one for you as well. Ooh, alright. Interesting. Alright. Alright, Aquarius, we have a lot going on here, so this reading is a little intense, so hold on to something because this is a lot. So we have the Tower, Three of Swords and Six of Swords. Let's get those out of the way right off the bat. I feel like there's two ways this could go. So one of you guys are gonna be in a time when you meet each other where everything is a bit in a ruckus, like a lot of chaos, like maybe you feel like you've hit rock bottom when you meet this person, like things are not great for either you or them, and either you or them are gonna be providing this help that's gonna be feeling like it's gonna come at the perfect time. So, and this is what we also have with the Tower, with the unexpected change. You or they might be the change in this scenario. So, I feel like this relationship is not gonna be without complications. Like there's gonna be things here that you really have to look out for, things you have to look out for within yourself, but also in them, and things that you guys need to talk out before you even start, because we have the Five of Wands, which is very, like, it's both competition, but it's also, it can also indicate like fighting and this kind of stuff. So I feel like there might be at some point in the relationship, I wouldn't necessarily say a third party, but someone who's going to be playing on the mind of one of you. Like one of you is going to feel this uncertainty in the relationship, which is going to make sense, because I feel like whoever it is that feels this ruckus and this pain and this rock bottom feeling when you guys meet is also going to be a little bit insecure in this relationship and not really trust easily, and that's going to be coming out in the Five of Swords, or sorry, Five of Wands, if it's something that you don't get a hand on pretty fast. So I wouldn't say that whatever this feeling is, I don't think it's gonna be grounds for anything. I feel like it's gonna be all up in their mind, but it's also, the Three of Swords is also the cards that represent the opportunity for healing, which is very, very beautiful. But the person who's not hurting gotta help the person who's hurting. So it could even be the both of you, honestly, that's coming out of something that's not really good for you. If that is family that's been treating you bad, or a relationship that you've gotten out of, it's very, I cannot be sure, but whatever it is, this relationship is gonna be an opportunity for healing for probably the both of you. We have the Six of Pentacles as well, which leads me to believe that it's going to be a very back and forth relationship. Like, it's not going to be one of those relationships where one person just gives and the other one sits there idly and just takes. It's going to be very much back and forth, so it's going to be abundance going both ways. So you give some and you take some, but you don't take it all by yourself. We also have the Six of Cups, which leads me to believe that this could be a person you already know. It could be a person from your past that is going to resurface somehow in the future, that if even, or they have already, which you might end up together with. We also have the Four of Pentacles, which is about stability, mainly financial stability, but also emotional stability, which is very, very lovely for this relationship. But I also know that a lot of you Aquariuses have a tendency to become bored easily, and that's what you have to look out for with the Four of Cups. Because when you do feel like, okay, you got all this under control, like this person, the person who is hurting, or both of you now feel secure in your relationship, which is very, very lovely. But what now? Now you're sort of a little bit bored. So you have to really, like, you have to do your part in this relationship in order for you not to be bored. Make sure you go on dates, make sure you do some traveling, make sure you do exciting stuff. It's not only on them, it's also on you, but they also need to do these things. So you need to really, like, this is going to be something that you really have to constantly work on to not get bored. Because if you do get bored, you fall into this trap of, oh, maybe you could do better, this and that, yada yada. But the thing is, once you build this strong bond, it's going to be really amazing. Like, you're going to be having someone there probably for life, that you either, like, you heal through them or they heal through you, or both, and that is something that you pretty much cannot replicate in a different relationship. So be really careful and be really mindful of this Four of Cups mentality, and make sure you talk to your future spouse about what you can, like, always be on, you know, the suggestion of what can we do to make things exciting today or this week or this month, or what can we do next, what can we do now. Because in a lot of relationships you sort of fall into this everyday situation where you don't know what you're gonna do, or like it's just sort of everyday, like you get up, you go to work, you come home, you make food, you go to bed, you know, it really fast becomes this, and this relationship will not be able to handle that. So you need to make sure that you always, like, work on the next plan. What is the next exciting thing you can do? Not because you can't handle, you know, an everyday life necessarily, but more so because, like, your relationship demands attention, and your relationship demands that it demands you both make an effort. Let me just put it out and say it. I know it's a little bit of tough love, but it really demands that y'all both make an effort in order for this to work. It's super important. Otherwise you're just gonna fall into this rut. You're gonna be bored, and then you're gonna start snapping at your spouse. They're gonna be starting snapping at you, and it's not gonna be a good time. So we don't want that. We don't want that. So right, and then we have what you want wants you. And this is, if you're the one who's been hurt in this is what you really need to remind yourself throughout this relationship, that, you know, you need to trust that you want them as they want you. It's so important. Like, trust is alpha and omega in this relationship, because if you can't build this trust, and I know it's not going to come for you probably right away, especially if you've been hurt, but you cannot be the one who's going to go through their phone and go through their Facebook and go through all their shit in order to find out something that may or may not be there. You need to, like, give them the benefit of the doubt, because they will feel suffocated, and you don't want that. Right, and then the last card we have is Pandora's Gift, which I feel like is very, very fitting, because Pandora's Gift is all about learning things, but through uncomfortable situations and things that might be difficult. And I feel like this relationship is especially going to be difficult in the beginning for the both of you. It's going to take a lot out of you, so be prepared for that. It's a matter of you getting over that stage. And you're going to be learning so much about each other, and you're going to be learning so much about yourself, But if you can't get to that point, you know, what is the point? So see it as a learning experience, get to know each other and be patient with one another, because you are possibly gonna be going through a lot and have a tough history, both of you, and it is something that you need to keep in mind. So I think that's really what I wanted to say for this. Oh yeah, and we need to talk about their possible job. There's not a lot to go on here, but I feel like the person you're gonna be with is gonna be someone who values stability very highly. So it's someone who has a job with a decent income. I feel like they're probably gonna be in the field of either, you know, economics, or maybe an engineer, or something very much to do with their mind and logical thinking and stuff. I feel like they're not a super outspoken person. They're probably pretty chill, but can have a lot of fiery energy. I think that's all I wanted to say for this reading. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought about it in the comment sections below. And without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!